Hey, welcome back to Strategy in Small Doses. How's everybody doing today? Today we're diving into 3 things stifling your growth. All right. So let's dive in. Number one, 100%, I see it all the time, is overthinking. Overthinking, overanalyzing, second guessing, questioning every little thing. This actually came up even in a conversation with my executive assistant today. She was actually came up on the mastermind the other day. It doesn't matter, but either way, here's an example of overthinking that's completely stifling your growth. Is, she wanted to put a post out there on social media. I don't even remember what it was about. It's been like 2 days, it's still out there. And I said to her, "What's going on? Why haven't I seen this post yet?" And she said to me, "Well, I'm just trying to figure out like how to word it and what should I say, and I want to make sure that it's clear." And the thing is like that's all overthinking. If you've listened to Mel Robbins' 5-second rule, it's like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And I absolutely love it because it really helps stop you from overthinking. I have another client who's kind of overthinking her pricing. Like, well, should I add this or should I bundle this or what happens with this? And I see it all the time. I see this all the time. I have another client who is literally like, well, they created these products and then they also have a bundled option. And she's like, well, what if somebody buys this and then 6 months down the line, they buy this program and they realize that they already paid for this one and then I'm going to have to refund them $40. Like down to like the craziest little detail. And the thing is like, deal with the situation if it comes up, but you cannot possibly deal with every single what if, right? There are always going to be what ifs. And overthinking, the answers that you're looking for, I've talked about this multiple times on the podcast, but the answers that you're looking for are in the action that you're not taking. So go take the action, stop overthinking it, and then figure out what needs to be done. If something doesn't go as you planned, okay, fine, reevaluate. But 90% of the time, things work out just fine, So stop overthinking it. If you need a buddy, if you need an accountability partner, if you need somebody that can just, if you remember, again, on the Badass Business Summit takeaways, I talked about having a break accountability partner. Like overthinking is you putting the brakes on yourself and it's stifling your growth. Like you cannot grow your business if you overthink your every waking move. Okay? So stop overthinking every little thing. There's something on your mind right now that you have been overthinking. Go take action on it. All right. Number 2 is your business is not set up to be scalable. If you are trading time for dollars, you cannot grow. There's only so far you can grow your business, right? For example, I have personal training clients. There's only so many clients they can see one-on-one in studio, right? They are trading time for dollars. You go in, you work out for an hour, you pay them a set amount of money. And that's why they came to me, right? Because they had capped. There's no more hours in the day. They're already at one point, like they're working one day, he's working like 16 hours a day. It's crazy. And that's not even like realistic. That's not a growth plan to work 16 or 20 hours a day. That's ridiculous. That's not a growth strategy. So if you are still stuck in this time for dollars trade, and I'm not saying that to get started, sometimes it doesn't, it's beneficial, right? Like that's how you learn, you figure out what you like, what you don't like. And there's a lot of knowledge you can gain in the time for dollars. And in certain situations, it's just industry specific and that's how your industry works. But at some point, you've got to get beyond that, right? So it's not a scalable business. So if you are in that time for dollars trade right now, start thinking about other ways that you can offer your services. Is it maybe can you offer a course? Can you bundle people up together? Can you do even 2-on-1? Can you do something online where you're not seeing them in person or there's less travel time? Can you create a workshop or sell a masterclass or sell a ebook? Is there something else that you can do? But the other thing is, I am a huge fan of creating value-based pricing, like value-based, outcome-based offers. even for the personal trainers, like a 12-week plan that gives a certain outcome, right? So whether that's lost weight, whether it's fitting into your new clothes, whatever the outcome is, but what do they need to achieve it? And how can you bundle it all in together and just create one value-based offer? Even another example of this is I work with a copywriter, and she offers a set amount of posts per month, and I think it's like posts and emails and different like copywriting packages. It's not like, it's value based. You're at the end of the offer, you're getting this amount of posts, the outcome, or this amount of emails, or you're getting these pages written on your website, like copy, and you pay this amount of dollars. It doesn't matter if she gets it done in 10 hours or it takes her 30 hours, right? Like that's not what you're paying for. You're paying for the outcome. And so that's where you've got to try to create and switch from that time for dollars trade, because like when she came to me, she was quoting everything by the hour. Like, okay, if I'm going to write 5 pages on a website, that's going to take me 20 hours, and I multiply it by this amount of money per hour, and then I charge them. Well, at some point, you can't grow beyond that, right? So you've got to get out of that time per dollar hour based pricing and figure out how you can either create outcome based packages, value based packages, or move to more of a one-to-many model. All right. And then number 3, wearing all the hats. Okay, there's only so long you can wear all the hats, because at some point one of the only hats you need to be wearing is CEO, right? Like you have got to step into the CEO role. Look at any of these big companies that are massively successful. They are not a one-man show doing everything. Okay, I'm not saying you need to go get a team of employees, but at some point you've got to be willing to outsource. You've got to be willing to bring on support. You cannot continue to be a party of one, nor should you. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You've got to bring in the help, especially in the areas that you are not strong with. If there is something on the bottom of your to-do list and it manages to go to the bottom of your to-do list every single day, day after day, week after week, or you're finding things that are falling through the cracks, you have got to start stepping in, and you've got to outsource, and you've got to bring on some help. I'm telling you, you cannot continue to grow your business. Yes, it's money out, but you've got to change your thinking. Yes, you need to hire somebody, but it's an investment into your business to bring somebody else on, and it frees up your time to go do something, right? So think about it from the personal trainer perspective. No. Can they outsource personal training when they are the actual trainers? No. But can they outsource the billing, the scheduling, the sending of the reminders, the text messaging, the check-ins with the accountability? Can they outsource all of that? Absolutely. Because that's an hour to 2 hours of their time that they're not taking on a client because they're working, doing all of these other things. So if you are kind of stuck and your growth is feeling very stuck, I want you to look at and see, like, is it one of these 3 areas? Is it 2 of these 3 areas? It could potentially be all 3, but take action now. Again, like, you have the action, you've got notes now, you know what you need to do. Now go take action. What is something you're overthinking? And if you can't stop overthinking it, then go find a partner, right? Again, this is 100% why I always say, why I will never stop saying, nobody should ever have to build their business alone, because these thoughts in our head are going to keep you overthinking, right? So if you're overthinking, go find somebody that you can run the idea by. I guarantee by the time even just you talking it out, you will get your answer. All right. Number 2, look at your pricing, look at your business model. Are you trading time for dollars, and are you capped? Because if you're capped, there is no further room for growth. All right. You've got to look at your business model at that point. And then number 3, are you still wearing all the hats? Is it time for you to take one of those hats off so that you can free up your time to go do something else that's going to actually grow your business, right? Because doing all the things doesn't grow your business. It only gets you so far. All right. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if this was helpful. If it was helpful, if you feel like somebody else in your world needs to hear this message, don't be afraid to share it. Share it, send it to them, send the link and post it. Tag me on social media. I would absolutely love that. and just let me know that you're listening. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Take care.